podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
That means that you will fight Triple G later this year.
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV. What up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Solo Dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. These bozos didn't show up, but it's all good, man. I hit up and reached out to Lou DiBella, hoping that the big bald guy wakes up sometime soon and he has some time for us. Has not replied as of yet, but you know, I definitely want to see, can we get Lou DiBella on the show to discuss everything that is Emmanuel Tagago, because WBO ordered Tagago to be in a fight with Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia was simultaneously ordered by the WBC to commence negotiations with Luke Campbell, and he had, I think, 48 hours to decide. Yesterday, time was running out. It was the last few hours that were left, and he has agreed to take the fight. He's accepted it, and they've started to negotiate. Now, obviously, we got to wait and hope that they hammer out a deal, because he's accepted it. So now they can negotiate not agree to terms and still go to purse bid. So let's just hope that none of that happens, and that, in fact, they can come to an agreement and we can get this fight as soon as possible, because it's a damn good fight. And as you can see in the title, man, I put Ryan Garcia Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. A little fire emoji because I think it's a good fight. Then Garcia shows cojones and accepts the fight. And negotiations started. So I think he is showing some balls here. You know what I mean? Cojones translates to balls, and really, I think he's showing that. We kind of showed you, you know, the list of fighters that are in fights, and they're all tough in their own right. Like for Javier, Linares is tough. If it was maybe Ryan on the other side of the ring versus Linares, maybe I wouldn't be singing the same tune. I would think that Ryan has more tools in his tool bag, technically more sound, the better trainer, the right camp. You know, I think he blasts Linares out. But for Fortuna, Linares is a tough fight. And the same for Ryan. Ryan versus Campbell is a tough fight for Ryan. Campbell's a tall, natural 135-pounder, a southpaw, you know, a good fighter, good amateur background, and he's kind of been around the world, right? Like, he's been around. So very, very interested to see, can this one really pop off without any issues? You know what I mean? Without any hiccups, without having to go to purse bid, and just really get this on, because for Ryan, this will be the biggest fight of his career. This will be that defining moment. For us, this will be the truth-telling, it's truth-telling time. Like, we will know where Ryan is after this fight, and that's why I'm so excited. Really, that's why I'm so excited about this one, because he gets the opportunity to quiet the naysayers and prove everybody wrong. Like, and he's kind of already done that on a lower level in terms of accepting this fight, right? Like, people thought he wouldn't accept it. I still got people hitting me up saying they still believe he's going to go the WBO route, but that's why I wanted to get Lou on, because Lou promotes Emmanuel, let me try this. Let me get Jeffrey on the case here, man. Let me see. Tago, right? The E has to be pronounced silently. It's got to be Emmanuel Tago that Lou promotes. And I want to see what Lou has to say about it. Where do they go, right? I'm going to pull up the rankings and just see what the WBO have in 135 and, which direction would Emmanuel and Lou DiBella go if, Ryan successfully negotiates with Linares, because that's what has to be said. He's got to successfully negotiate with Linares. And who knows? I don't know if it's illegal or against any sort of boxing rules, because remember, there's no commission. There's no universal commission. So who knows if it's not within his right to negotiate with both? What if he and his team could come up with a better deal with Lou DiBella? Maybe they get a bigger split. Maybe they think the fight is easier. I don't know. I hear Tagago or Tago. I don't know. I hear he's pretty tough. But in the WBO, Emmanuel Tago is number 3, Ryan number 2, Lee Selby number 1. So here's the thing. If for whatever reason Emmanuel or Ryan don't want it, it looks like Lee Selby's up next. You know what I mean? Meaning, let's say Ryan goes Luke Campbell route, well, then Emmanuel probably gets to negotiate with the next available, which is Lee Selby. Vice versa. If for whatever reason, Garcia can't reach out to Tago and they don't want it, then Garcia notifies WBO and they go to the next one, who is Selby. Now, obviously, in the WBC, Garcia has already accepted the order of Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC to host that, Campbell-Garcia fight. So, again, it's just a matter of negotiations. But I wanted to get into the video at least for a good amount of minutes before I stop dropping some bombs here. And I do mean F-bombs, but they're not mine, obviously. They are Garcia, because I just feel like, wow, this is the Garcia I kind of want to root for. Check this out. And he makes me think, this is like what we do on the show. This is some thought-provoking stuff here.
This is a talk, but do you want Devin Haney next?
No. Like I already proclaimed it last year. I'm going to get Linares next. Then I'm going to get Luke Campbell. Then I'm going to beat down Tank. And then 2021, we can see what Devin's at. I want to see what Devin, because I'm putting up the performances. Where's yours? You're a fucking champ.
And let's stop it there. He says, I'm putting up the performances. Where are yours? So, until this point, is he lying? I guess there's an argument. Devin has the really nice knockout over, I think it's like Abdul whatever, right? And then it's like a one-punch knockout Dazn likes to highlight. And then, Ryan has the knockout of Francisco Fonseca and maybe Duno. I don't even remember what happened in the Romero-Duno fight. Did he knock him out? Maybe did, maybe he didn't. So I guess he's saying, look, I'm putting up knockout performances, fan-pleasing performances. And again, there's an argument as to who is doing better. They both have been kind of fighting the same level of opposition. Obviously that's not what Devin wanted. He went the mandatory route and wanted his shot at Vasil. It didn't happen, but that's where Devin is. So, technically speaking, if Ryan knocks out Luke Campbell, yeah, he's within his right to ask Devin, to do something. He's within his right to ask Devin to put up a performance because that would have been, 3 knockouts in a row, 2 named opponent, 1 fabricated. They made up Romero-Duro for us. But Campbell would be a big knockout, and that would be some pressure on Devin. But let's get back to that tape.
So, you're calling me out. What does that mean? I'm the real fucking champ.
Let's stop it there. He does have another point. Do you see Canelo calling Charlo out or Andrade or telling Charlo and Andrade, let's get in the ring, let's do this. Ryan has a point, man. And this is what I'm saying when you surround yourself with like minds and accomplished people, you start to say the right things. You start to learn a thing or two. And if Devin is the champ, then why is he getting in Ryan's ring? When AJ was the unified champ, Deontay Wilder wanted to get in the ring with AJ. Why? Because he knew what AJ represented and he wanted that fight, right? But AJ had 4 belts. Devin is the WBC champion getting in the ring with a guy with a bunch of intercontinental straps hanging around his shoulders.
Champ. If you call me out, I'm the fucking champ. You ain't the champ. And I told him to his face, if you're a champ, I'm a champ. And I turned up on him. He knows it. I have respect for him, though. He's a talented fighter. Fast jab, good boxing skills. Didn't have a good performance. Maybe he needs to assess himself a little bit. But I want him to be great so we could have a great fight.
Kind of killed him right there. I want him to be great so we can have a great fight. I want him to assess himself. He talking real greasy on them R&B records, let me tell you. And what I mean by that is, look, you in soft fights talking tough. Now you win a fight with Luke Campbell. And obviously this is coming from Lance Pugmire of LA Times, who, and I quote, says, I'm told that King Ryan Garcia has accepted the Luke Campbell fight and negotiations with promoters will begin immediately. Then this morning, Sky Sports also came out and confirmed the same on their Instagram, essentially saying that Ryan Garcia has accepted. Let me just go to it, because everyone's reporting on this. I think that, the popularity of Ryan makes it news, but I think the intrigue of never fighting anyone is what makes it more appealing for me. But going to Sky Sports here on their Instagram. Let me go ahead and screen share this. What up, y'all? Where's my little thing? Here we go. Oh, that's not it. All right, so I got to move this. All right, let me go ahead and screen share this. So you go here and zoom it in a bit and give you an adjust. And obviously it says Garcia welcomes Campbell clash. Little looking eye emoji. Says Luke Campbell is a step closer to facing King Ryan Garcia after the American's participation in the fight was confirmed by his promoters, Golden Boy. So obviously Lance Pugmire didn't let the source out, but now Sky knows that Golden Boy has also confirmed it, which also makes it better. But I love that Sky Sports kept it real, and they said is a step closer. Not that it's finalized, not that it's done and it's happening. Step closer, because they still have to negotiate and agree. That being said, Sky Sports is asking, who are you backing in the fight between Campbell and Garcia? So obviously we want to ask you the same question. Who do you think is going to run away with this, particular fight? I feel like it's a real fight for Ryan. It's a real fight for Ryan, and I have nothing other than, what other boxing fans like to use, which I don't like, is eye tests. How good he's looked versus who he's looked, and then assess that and hope that he looks that good in with better opposition. Little difficult for me. So really intrigued in this fight because I get my answers. I get to, know how good Ryan is. Does he live up to the hype? Is it just all social media following, or can he really fight? Can he really fight? To put up a knockout performance would be the kind of statement that, I would love to report on, is all I can say. He would turn me into not only a believer, but a huge fan, because we've already had Vasyl Lomachenko try to, take on Luke Campbell and not be able to successfully get the knockout. So, again, it would be a statement for Ryan. He would be making a statement if he could get that stoppage. And, I guess even a Mayweather-Canelo-like performance is also a good thing and should be considered a celebratory win, because Campbell is a skilled fighter. And, if you can pull off an 11-0, 12-0, 2 performance, you deserve credit. We got a few super chats from Trenton Jones that says Garcia sleeps Campbell and asks about Serrano. Stop the BS. If that's the case, Tank is the undisputed champ at 130 and 135. Latin bias, all-time high. He doesn't want the Haney smoke for real. You can hear it. Yeah, I don't know where he got Tank from, but Tank is the undisputed champ at 130. What in the world? I don't even know. I mean, I'm hoping that's dripped in sarcasm. I know Tank had a real belt at WBA at 130, and at one point he had the IBF at 130, but he lost that on the scales. Tevin Farmer took that. Then he won the WBA in a vacant, I believe. He won a regular in a vacant title fight with somebody, and then was elevated when Machado was actually the super champ. So I don't really know what you're talking about, TJ, and I don't even know what I said to bring that super chat, but yeah, Tank, he's definitely a threat. He's definitely a player in his division. But I don't know where he stands at 135. I mean, if you can't, you took 11 rounds to knock out a dude on one leg, I don't know what a real 135-pounder is going to do to you that isn't 38 years old, that doesn't have one leg. You know what I mean? Just those same questions we have for Crawford in the Jose Benavidez fight. There's nothing wrong with that. We just want answers. And maybe we get them, maybe we don't. But, I would be more than willing to read your regular comment in the comment section so that you don't have to pay, just to, kind of understand what it is you mean about Tank being undisputed. Last I checked, Vasil's unified and far from undisputed due to giving up the belt. So I'm just a bit confused, but it's all good. Neither here nor there. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, as it helps with the visibility of the show. Plus, it lets me know you enjoy the hard work. Look, I'm out here solo dolo, Scarface no Manolo. The guys are unavailable, and I got another show scheduled for 11:15 to go live with Michael Hunter, the free agent heavyweight, released from Matchroom's Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. And we're going to be talking to him live at 11:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 a.m. West Coast time. And like I said, I reached out to Lou, but is he sleeping? Is he awake? Still nothing here from the Bella himself. But you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're joining the stream. A lot of you guys out there watching, but even more of you not hitting the thumbs up button. So I do like that fight, Bell D. He says Haney's ducking Russell Jr. smoke. I don't know about all the ducking, but I do know that that's a fight that they need to send an offer, get something going. That's a decent scrap for Haney, especially since he's TBE right now, or should I say TBA, with nothing lined up. So, yeah, man, they definitely need to get Haney a decent little scrap. Having him on a poster like that with TBA is kind of like disrespectful. But what are we gonna do, man? We have to back Garcia at this point. He's accepted the fight. Hopefully there's no diva tactics, no A-side tactics from Golden Boy and Garcia, and this does happen. And we can get a good scrap. We can actually, have this kid in the fight that will give us some answers. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Obviously, we're still in the negotiations, period. So it's not official as of yet. But let's hope that he could get it done. Let's hope that Golden Boy and Eric Gomez can definitely push this one over the hump so that we can have this fight to look forward to sometime in the fall. But you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. And if you don't have a Skype app, it's absolutely free to download. You can get that on your Android app market or your Apple app store. And just download it. Free to create an account. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype and be part of the conversation with crystal clear call quality. I'm going to go ahead and go out to the sponsors, open up these phone lines. Remember, we're scheduled to be back at 11:15 with a live interview with heavyweight Michael Hunter, who has confirmed at 11:30. Remember, the Lou DiBella thing was on the fly. Hit him up at like 7-something in the morning, which probably he's still asleep. Rich people don't wake up the time that we do. But that being said, hopefully, we can get Lou on and get some questions about Emmanuel Tagago, who was supposed to be in a fight with Ryan. Ryan has options. Both sanctioning bodies have ordered him to take a fight with some high-ranked opponents. So for us as boxing fans, either direction that he goes, he's in a serious fight. That being said, let's do this.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up button. Come on, help out with the visibility. Help us grow. If you haven't subscribed already, be ashamed of yourself. Totally ashamed that you're not helping this channel get to its true potential. We're officially at 114,883. So we're slowly creeping up on 115,000. We would love to get that today, which is merely like less than 120 people need to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click that notification bell to get the notification every time we go live. Because we even might go live a third time here on the channel, as Bob Arum has let me know that he's free at 1 or 2 at West Coast time, which means freaking 3 and 5 for us on the East Coast. So yeah, if we get enough likes and good engagement, not only on this show, but the next, then I might schedule good old Bob. I already took your questions, and if you haven't dropped a question for Bob, you can do so on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Also for Lou, in case he shows up. And guess for us, you could also go in there and drop a question for the prospect killer, Clay Kyler, who's also back. And you probably missed dropping your question for Big Baby Jared Anderson and others, man. Keep an eye on our Patreon page as we definitely drop a daily post, and we usually have an Axe a Fighter or a Person series. Don't forget, we're also unveiling our new show Wednesday night on Patreon only. Relationship advice with the very beautiful Dominican Yanni. So if you haven't already, check that post out and dropped your question to get some advice from the sexpert. Do so. Let me head on out to Izzy in Oklahoma. What's going on?
Hey, what up, Ness?
What up, champ?
I'm just on Ryan. I'm beginning to think he's not ducking. I think his caretakers are. So I will try to refrain from calling him a duck. I think he thinks he's ready. I just don't know if the powers that be think he's ready. I'm just ready for a real fight. I'll take anything like a Linares Campbell. I don't care. Bring it on. That's my call.
All right. Yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I'll take anything at this point from Garcia. But at least this is definitely a sign in the right direction. It seems like a decent scrap. One that I really can't tell if Garcia is guaranteed to get the win, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't think I can pick him as the winner. just yet. But he does look like the guy on paper that has more potential, more upside. More money could be made. So we have to pay close attention to this one. I mean, does he win the fight because he won the fight, or politics? You just never know, man. When money's involved, look, we heard Serafina say yesterday that it's her opinion, she feels Bob Arum is going to keep Big Baby because of the investment already made. So you just never know what decisions are made when money's involved. But let's go on out to some more callers. Once again, the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time, voice your opinion. Right here, Voice of the People hotline.
I open the door for audiences and all of sports to go back to the way it was in Jesus' name. Amen. It's done. The fight, I'm making $10 million. I'm not really worried about what he making on him.
I believe
That's why you're going to see in Jesus' name. Amen. With Earl Spence.
Man, you're not fighting those shut the fuck up.
Oh.
King, Florida, just listening.
Hey, yo, can you hear me now?
Oh, we hear you,
Hello?
champ. We hear you.
Hold on a second. Let me get this mask off my face. What's up, man? Good morning, man. You solo dolo today?
Scarface, no Manolo, champ. It's all good.
That's real. But, yeah, man, I really want to see this fight, man. But let me ask you something. Do you really think it's fair to say Ryan Garcia ain't fought nobody when he just fought Fonseca? And, Fonseca fought Tank.
Yeah, but Fonseca, you only know him for losing a Tank. You don't know him for anything else.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I'm just saying, I feel like I know he hasn't had that real test, that top guy, but I don't think he's got that bad of a resume right now. You know what I mean? He's had his little step ups in competition, right? And I do think it's time for him to take that big name.
This the thing. You didn't even know Romero Duno. Yeah. You didn't know him because
only as the kid, the guy that was going around with the shirt, talking junk about Ryan Garcia. That's how I heard about him.
Bruh, we didn't even know about him till Oscar said Ryan's ducking him. Golden Boy made that whole dude up. They said he was ducking him so that we could get interested, so that he could flatten him. It was crazy.
I feel you, man. At the end of the day, I want to see this fight. I agree with you. I don't think Ryan's guaranteed to win. Luke Campbell's long. He's tough, man. He went the distance with Loma. So, I don't know if Ryan. This is a tough fight for Ryan, man. This is a real tough fight for the kid. So I hope he takes it. I'm glad he's taking it because that'll show that he's actually got some mettle. You know what I mean? That'll show that he's not just worried about being a model and he actually does want to box. So yeah, that's really all I got, man. I'm hoping this fight goes through so I can see it, man, so we can all see what Ryan's really got.
All right, champ. Yo, why is Lou not up yet, man? Come on, Lou. And watch, I'm going to get all into the show, and then he's like, man, I've been on the fucking line for 20 minutes. You got me here, Ness, and you're not even answering. He be going in on me. Y'all don't even know. He goes in on me on messages and stuff. Talk to me, New Jersey. What up?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Ness, you on the top of that balcony like Scarface, solo dolo with the chopper, letting it go, man.
You already
grinding.
know.
Yo, nobody's ever to me. I think a lot of the criticism about what Ryan has done is more or less, kind of negotiating in the media, just being on social media. I think a byproduct of his age or whatever. But I never questioned his boxing ability. So yeah, I do think it's unfair to say that he's ducked certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's still early in his career, and I think what we confuse is the route that each fighter is willing to take. So, Tank, it's the best point ever. You took 70,000 to fight a world champ. Those Wilder took, I'm sure he didn't get good bread when he fought Stavern. You take those losses, but if you feel entitled to a certain route.
Actually, I think Wilder made more money than Stavern. I think he made $1 million for that fight, champ.
See? Well, maybe I got it wrong. I guess what I'm trying to say, though, is if you feel like, you deserve a certain comfort along the way, then it's not gonna feel comfortable to you. Like you gotta be uncomfortable to get growth. So take some of them tough fights. Take short money because you're not gonna take it forever. You don't have to take short money forever. So it's a good fight, man. I ain't gonna hold up the line, man.
Champ, man, if you want to catch on Saturdays, bringing the heat to anybody who want the smoke on Boxing Bars, you already know you got to do it right here, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Click that notification bell because every Saturday we do Boxing Bars. This Saturday is going to be Boxing Bars 8. We were scheduled to have a fantastic show. Now we're going to break it down into 2 fantastic shows, and we'll be having, if all goes right, Izzy in Oklahoma, the crown champ or self-proclaimed champ as well, right? Versus the people's champ, who the streets want to see versus Mario, and that's King Amin of Essex. We got a lot going on. Mario's going to be taking on the undefeated greatness from Harlem, so that should be nice. Stainless on the bounce back versus Sony in a battle of the crossroads fight. Both of them desperately needing a win. And, man, we're working on other things, you know what I mean? I offered a few people to do me fight, so we're seeing just who takes it and which way we go. But, yeah, catch us every Saturday on Boxing Bars. Let me tell you, last Boxing Bars that took place this Saturday that just passed is actually our fastest in ratings, right? So it got to one of our highest rated episodes, and it also did that in the shortest amount of time. So interest definitely building in Boxing Bars. You want to participate by actually spitting your hot 16. You already know you got to do it without cursing, and you got to do it boxing related, and you got to do it on Saturday. So hit us up. Plus, you got to be a Patreon. So sign up to Patreon and be part of the gang and get all the exclusive perks, like you can ask Prospect Killer Cassius Clay Callard a question on Friday morning when he's on the show, because he's going to be back on another Top Rank show, doing another prospect dirty. And now we get to get his story. Like, why did you have 3 draws in your first 4 fights? Who's been managing you? Why are you a boxer and an MMA fighter when you're getting more success and more clout in boxing? So many things to ask him, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they might like, oh, why we need to interview Clay Callard? But I think that he's got a special story. I think that he needs to be highlighted, not only because he transitioned from MMA to boxing, but simply because the man is stopping heavily touted prospects. I mean, Al spent, I'm sure, what do you call it? Advance money on the last guy, Gajardo. And then I'm sure, Top Rank had plans for Kleminski. And there's another dude who had a G on his shorts that I watched that was undefeated. Slick Black Fighter also got pounded out by Cassius Clay, man. So don't sleep on Cassius, man. We're going to have him on Friday. I dropped the link in the Patreon. I dropped the link for the Patreon post in the YouTube chat, so you guys could check it out and decide whether or not you want to drop him a question. But if you want to voice your opinion on today's topic right now, the first show, our 9 a.m. Eastern show, it's Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. Garcia shows those Mexican cojones, man. He's stepping it up for all you Mexicans out there, and he's really not showing any fear, and he accepts the fight, and negotiations have started with Luke Campbell. Now we just gotta hope that, no one pulls any diva-like tactics, man. I gotta repeat it. No one gets too A-sidey on this one. Let's head on out to sunny, or should I say the Sunshine State, Florida. Sid, good morning. Almost did it again, champ. But there you go. We working on it. We getting it there.
Yes, sir. What's up, man? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hop on that Patreon so y'all don't miss Boxing Bars and nothing. And as far as Ryan Garcia, man, I just feel like I'm just happy that, he trying to make a push forward to prove everybody wrong. I don't know what that boy gonna do, but You know, just shout out to him, just trying to do something different from just cherry picking. But also, hey Ness, man, when these people ain't liking that video, you know, and you waiting for them, they waiting for them phone lines to open, you should hold court and wait till you see those likes that you want, then go on, man. They need to stop shoplifting and put some respect on the channel. If y'all don't agree with what we saying, this y'all time to say something back. Just call in, you know. But that's all I got, man.
All right. Yeah, I think about it, man. And we could, like, I'm not gonna go to any more callers till we get to like 150 likes. I just feel like I know. Listen, even YouTube tells you to, do those things, remind people to subscribe and remind people to hit the like button. But it's also defeating. Like, to have to remind people every day, knowing that it's kind of like the simplest and freest way to support the channel. But yeah, man, here's a reminder. Hit that like button, man. If you want to get to these next calls, hit that like button because damn, if we don't need the visibility, maybe we would have Lou at 9:30 and it's 9:38. You know what I mean? If it's different. Just type in here. Just type and sending messages out, man, everywhere, which way, trying to get things set up. I reached out to Golden Boy and trying to get Ortiz, Franco, Ellis, Linares, Garcia, even Eric Gomez. So we'll see. We'll see which way, which way that goes. Freaking dog over here, man. I gotta take my dog to the vet, man. She's been licking her paws. I hate when the dog licks paws. You know what I mean? We're going out to the commission, Cincinnati. Sony, what up? Sony, just listening. Stonebone Boxing, Colorado. Talk to me.
What up, what up? Yeah,
up?
Man, that's probably the best accidental nickname, the Majid. You know what I mean? That's pretty on point though. Majid the Majid, Majid the Sid. It's kind of rhymey. I don't know how you mistake Majid, Sid for Majid, but it's a dope nickname. I don't believe this fight gonna happen. I've been hearing Ryan say, I don't want to say Ryan ain't a clout chaser to me because he the one that got a lot of clout. He got a lot of followers. If that's what we considering clout, he got a lot of attention on him through social media. But he does a lot of name dropping. At this time, it's not him name dropping, but I just don't see this fight happening. I've been reading news of him fighting the WBO eliminator for the mandatory spots, and I don't believe.
Yeah, but you got to think about it, Stonebone. That WBO eliminator, that's Lou DiBella's fighter, and that's why I'm trying to get Lou. But that dude's unknown with a loss. His name is like Emmanuel Tago. He's ranked number 3, but he's unknown. He's a tough fight, and he's unknown. So I don't know that they're gonna go that route.
Hey, I believe that Luke Campbell is a tough fight and a okay known name. You know what I mean? The fight with Lomachenko got his name out there, but I don't think it's a big name. I see them rather figuring out a way to get him a title shot with the least resistance. And I think that's Nala, come on. That's what they doing. They doing to get him the title shot with the least resistance. I think it would be a good fight though. I don't know. I might be leaning towards Campbell, but the youth and promise and the supposedness is with Ryan. So he should take that fight, man. If he can hurt Campbell or stop him, that'll be like the biggest statement any of the 135-pound made since T.O. knocked out. I'll catch you on the next one.
All right. So I just pulled up Tago Emmanuel, and he's from Ghana, and all his fights have been in Ghana. And yeah, man, the last 2 have been UDs, with decent records, but nothing out of this world. I mean, he did fight somebody named Fernando David Salcedo with almost 70 fights. What in the hell? How old is this guy? 38. There you go. He's from Argentina, too. And that dude, one American fight. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's got a point. Maybe they do go the Emmanuel route. Like, yo, this dude's from Ghana. He don't got no world experience. Let's body him. But, like, I don't see what you get fighting this dude, 31. No one has ever heard of him. He is 31 and 1. So he lost his first fight, then never lost again. So that's a story. That's a story, and that might represent danger. At least Campbell just lost. Like, this kid turned it around after his first pro fight. He's never lost again, and he's racked up 31 wins. And what do you got? 15 knockouts, so he's a little bit under 46.8% in knockouts. I don't know. This dude doesn't do anything. Like, I guess, again, if you're Stone Bone, you might be right because we are in a pandemic. What sense does it make to fight Campbell? You can't go to the UK. You can't fully take advantage of the crowd that Campbell could bring in one of those arenas. And you can't bring Campbell here and take advantage of the tickets that Ryan sells either. So what's cheaper for TV? Maybe Emmanuel Tago is maybe he's right. Look, I'm going to go to one of our ringers in North Carolina, though. What's going on? Josh, talk to us.
Salute, Ness. See you rocking by yourself today, but hey, you always do what you got to do because you got to do what you got to do. This fight, you saying Garcia say he accepted it, right?
Yeah, they're negotiating. He's accepted it.
Okay, they're negotiating. All right, well, I halfway believe it. I won't believe it in full until probably they step in the ring when they at least announce that they're done with negotiations because I know how Garcia gets down. But to be honest with you, I want to crash on Devin Haney, man. Him with Eddie Hearn, this is getting tiresome, bro. Devin Haney's too good, bro. It's time to get this dude a legitimate fight. I don't want to say he ducked out of Javier Fortuna, but it kind of looked like he did, and I don't know why because I think he can beat him. But we got to get Devin Haney. Eddie Hearn got to get this dude some fights, bro. It look like Eddie Hearn doing more for the UK dudes over here in Matchroom, or Matchroom USA, than he's doing for American fighters. But, yeah, that's just my call, man. We got a show tonight. Is it filmed Tuesday tonight? Or Top Rank?
Top Rank got fights. But we do the film study on Wednesdays now, and we also got a new show on Wednesday with this sexpert, Yanni.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that girl look good, too. Yeah, salute to y'all, man. I got to check in on that, bro.
Definitely. Drop in a question, man. Drop in a question. But thanks for calling in, Josh. We're going to go out to Chicago. Steve, just listening on you rocking out. What's up? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I just jumped on, so I'm good.
All right. Well, that seems to be TJ, you're up, or are you just listening? And TJ looks like he's just listening.
You hear me?
Oh, we hear you. What's up?
Yeah, my bad. I was the one that sent that super chat in. I was trying to tell you, man, you can't say he made a good point talking about some. Well, you calling me out, so I'm the real champ and all that. You can't say that. If that's the case, everybody been calling out Tank, and he should be undisputed at that. If that's the case,
but
that don't make no sense.
Tank always had a belt, champ. Tank never not had a belt. Like, he lost it on the scales, then like his next fight was for another vacant. So they rightfully calling him out. Plus, we already said, and Ellerby's already said, Tank is the biggest fight. We know that. So that's
so you should. I mean, but you can't say that that's a good point because everybody calling him out. So he should be considered the champ.
Who's calling?
That's exactly what you just said.
I said you don't see Canelo calling nobody out. They call you out. When you Floyd, when you the champ, you get called out. So why is Devin running in his ring? In the dude ring who got regional titles, B? He ain't even got a world strap on his chest. Them NABF, NABO, WBO belts and youth Latino belts, youth WBC belt. Like, bruh, heaven is.
I'm just saying you gotta say the same thing. Like, if that's the case, he can't utilize that, and we be like, oh, that's fine.
Champ, I gave you 2 examples. Who was getting in the ring? Who wanted to? AJ or Wilder?
I'm not using examples. I'm telling you to use your own logic when dealing with Tank. It got to be the same across the board. You
But
can't
that's what I'm
change it up.
saying, TJ. How I am using logic. Neither one got a career-defining win.
Who don't got a career-defining win?
Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia?
Oh, I'm bad. I thought you were still talking about Tank. I'm saying as far as like the whole, you cannot say that you the champion just because people calling you out. That's all I'm saying. That's it. It was nothing more, nothing less. That's all I'm saying. Just because you,
I mean, I
people
think
calling
he's,
you out
I
don't
think
mean
he's
you're the champ.
taking it. I think he's taking it from the standpoint where like, I'm the money fight. You ain't the champ. I'm the champ. That's why you calling me out. Like everybody calling. I think he doing what he's supposed to do. He the money. He the money. If it ain't Tank, it's him.
Adrian Broner is a money fight. He not the champ. That's all I'm saying. But before you cut me, I think that he'll stop Campbell, bro.
Who, Ryan?
Yes, I think he'll stop. I honestly believe that. Like, I'm putting money down if they really get that. I doubt it because I think it'd be better for career wise if he take whatever dude name, get that eliminator, and then whoever wins that Teofimo and Loma fight, it looks better losing to one of them than it does losing to Devin Haney right now.
I mean, I hear you.
Yeah, but that's my call, man. Thanks for the time.
You already know. Thank you. Looking like we got Ellis, y'all. So shout out to Brandon Maurice. He stays on me about these. He asked for Clay Khaled. I got him. Few of y'all asked for Bob, so we scheduled them. Now, Bob is up in the air, like I told y'all, man. He said 1 or 2 today, which means 4 or 5 for me. And you already see I'm solo dolo, Scarface, no Manolo. These bozos, they ain't show up. That being said, I am in communications right now with Joshua Franco, the new interim champ. So we're looking to see could we do maybe next Monday, 11:30, which would be 8:30 a.m. for them. And then the following day, Tuesday, for Ellis, Rashidi. You know what I mean? So y'all can get your little Boots Ennis questions, Ortiz questions, Crawford questions ready. I know that's what y'all want. Yeah, we bringing you that heat over her. Yo, but that's it, man. I got to everybody. Got no boomerangs on the line. Catch us on the next one. I'm scheduled for 11:15. I got an 11:30 with Michael Hunter. That is official, okay? So the Lou DiBella thing was a fly. I was on the fly. I was trying. Lou still has not even seen it. I mean, it's almost 10, Lou. Like, really? But whatever. He gonna hit me up when we doing another show. Watch, he probably jump on Michael Hunter's show or something. But yeah, man, if you got anything out there, you see any fire, send it to me on the Patreon community page. And you never know, it could turn into a show. So send whatever topic suggestions you may have. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 115K, man. What I really want 200K for real. But yeah, we out. Peace.